Hi, Jubla James is here. In this video today, I want to share with us 5 ways you can use to pay your Chinese suppliers. Alright, I know a lot of us who have been following my channels and who are not new to my channel already know some ways to pay Chinese suppliers. And I know also that there are a lot of other ways you can use to pay your Chinese suppliers. But in this video today, I'm going to stick with 5 methods that I've used personally that have worked for me, which I also believe that would work for you. All right, so I'm only sharing the ones I've tried out, the ones I've used before, and the ones that I've done personally. All right, so I'm not going to tell you what I saw online or what I heard from somebody. I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 methods that have worked for me, that I also believe that will work for you if you actually look to it around it. Okay, now the first method, which I know everybody knows already, as long as you're into e-commerce or mini importation, or you import from China, you already know this method. So the first way is using Alipay account. So one of the ways you can use to pay your Chinese clients or suppliers is through Alipay account. An Alipay account, you are paying them in Chinese currency, which is yuan, RMB. All right, so for you to be able to do that, you need to have an Alipay account, not just an Alipay account, a fully verified Alipay account. Okay, you can actually get an Alipay account, get it verified with your international passport and Nigerian MasterCard, of course. If you want to learn that, you can actually go through my channel. You see a video on how you can create and verify your Alipay account. All right, and watch it and see how you and get your own account. All right, ready. Now you can fund your Alipay account through exchanges. Okay, like myself, I am an exchanger. I can help you fund your Alipay account. You now pay your Chinese suppliers through RMB or yuan. All right. And you can also create another Alipay account, which we call the Topaz. The Topaz Alipay account has a limit of 10,000 RMB within the space of 3 months. So within the space of 3 months, we expected to have used up to 10,000 RMB. And you can fund your Topaz Alipay account with your Nigerian MasterCard. Now, the challenge with this Topaz Alipay account is Nigerian card has a limit of $100 for 1 month, so which means you can only do transaction worth $100 in a month. You can only fund your Topaz account with RMB worth $100 in a whole month. All right, so which means within the 3 months you are supposed to use this account, you're only going to do plus or minus $300 worth of transaction on the account, which is just equivalent to 100 and something thousand for those in Nigeria. All right, now for those outside Nigeria, of course you can do more than that. Okay, based on the limits on your own card in your country. All right, so you can actually get an Alipay account, fund it, and now use it to pay. And one good thing about Alipay account is you can use it to pay even on 1688, Tmall, and Pinduoduo, and the rest of Chinese platforms. Okay, so that is one way you can actually pay your Chinese suppliers. The second way, which a lot of us also know is also common, is your WeChat. Yes, your WeChat is not just for chatting. Your WeChat has a feature that we call WeChat Pay in it if your account is fully verified. Unfortunately, you cannot get the WeChat Pay option if you open your account with a foreign detail and maybe somebody helped you verify the account. Of course, if you want to open a WeChat account, you need somebody who has used the account for a period of at least 6 months to help you verify your account before you can create an account on WeChat. Now, that account you created through that means is not fully verified, so the WeChat Pay option is not activated. For you to get the WeChat Pay option, you need a China card, of course. So this option can only be currently activated if you have someone in China who can actually help you get this thing verified, activated, and hand you over the login details, so you can actually fund the WeChat, chat with the sellers, and also pay them through your WeChat. All right, so the same way you fund your Alipay account is also how you fund your WeChat account. All right, you fund it through exchanges, then chat with the sellers, and also pay them on the same app. All right. Now, of course, you know that WeChat serves two purposes. We use it for chatting and also for payment. All right. So this is the second way you can actually pay your Chinese suppliers. Number one, I mentioned Alipay. Number two is WeChat. Then number three that I'm going to talk about is something most of you also know about. Okay, it's not a new platform. It's something that has been there already, which I know quite a number of us know about it. So the third way is using your PayPal account. All right. Now you can pay your Chinese suppliers through PayPal. All you need to do is discuss and negotiate with your suppliers. Tell them that you need the price of the product in dollars. So let's assume you have a supplier that you want to pay, let's say 1,000 RMB. Okay, you ask the supplier to give you the price in dollars. Now request for their PayPal account. All right, that's the email. Is usually an email address. Request for their PayPal email address. They'll give you the PayPal email. Now go to your own PayPal account and pay them in dollars. All right, so all you need to do is to create your own PayPal account. All right, now the thing about PayPal is if you open PayPal with your Nigerian detail or as a Nigerian, you cannot receive money to your PayPal account. You can only pay money out of it, okay, through your MasterCard. That is to say, if you go to paypal.com and you open an account as a Nigerian, you have the option of attaching your bank card, okay, that's your MasterCard, into it, then use it to pay your supplier in China through PayPal. Now, but the thing there is, the same challenge your card, your Nigerian issued MasterCard has, which is limit of $100, is also the challenge you are going to face when you use PayPal. All right. So you're going to face that challenge if you use the Nigerian version of PayPal, that you need to pay through your Nigerian card. And of course, when you pay through your Nigerian card, there's going to be a charge, all right, on the payment, all right, which is around $3 to $5. So which means if you spend $100, you're going to be charged plus or minus $3 to $5 per $100 transaction. So for you to do a bulk payment of, let's say you want to pay a client over $100, it is going to be a challenge for you, all right, except you have a bank card or maybe you have a dollar card that is connected to the PayPal. You now do more than $100, or you have a bank card that does more than $100. Of course, there are bank cards that does more than $100 a month in Nigeria, all right? But PayPal also have two ways you can actually pay. You can actually pay using what we call GNS, goods and services, or you can actually pay through what we call F&F, that's friends and family. Now, the difference between goods and services payment and that of F&F is, if somebody pays you, or if you pay somebody, a Chinese supplier, through goods and services, you can do what we call cashback if the supplier refuses to send your goods. Now, cashback means you are asking PayPal to refund your money that the supplier or the seller did not pay, deliver as agreed. All right, so you can do a cashback on goods and services transaction, but you cannot do that on F&F, friend and family. Is friend and family means you are sending this money to your friend, your family member. That means somebody you already know. That's what it means in quote. Now, so if you send money to a supplier through F&F and you come back to do cashback, it will be very difficult for people to return the money back to you, because they believe that for you to use F&F means you know this person very well. This person is a family or a friend. All right. So that is the difference between the two. Of course, this is not a full-blown teaching on PayPal. All right. So this video is not a full teaching on PayPal. So I'm just touching them. All right. So you need a PayPal account. All right. So for you to be able to do more than $100 transaction on PayPal, then you need a fully verified PayPal account that is not open with Nigerian details, okay, that can receive money. So because any PayPal open with your Nigerian detail, as a Nigerian, cannot receive money, you can only pay out. So you need a PayPal account that is not as a Nigerian, okay, that can receive money, so that you can buy paper funds from exchanges fund your PayPal, then use it to pay your Chinese suppliers. All right. So that is that on PayPal. Of course, if you have any question as regarding to this, do well to comment below this video, or you chat me on any of my social media platforms. All right. So the fourth way you can actually pay your Chinese suppliers is using TransferWise. Yes, which is correctly known as Wise. All you need to do is go to your Play Store, Google Play Store, or maybe whatever Play Store you have, download Wise. Just type WISE. That's Wise. It was known as TransferWise before they now changed to Wise. All right, create the account, verify it, and just do the normal transfer. It's very easy and it's very simple. I've used it, okay? I've used it, and the challenge with it is recently they banned Nigerians from using some services stopped working on the platform. If you're a Nigerian, of course, you know Nigerians, they started ever since Nigeria's placed a ban on some certain things in this country. Some platforms restricted Nigerians from accessing some services. But even at that, there are also ways you can play around it. You go to your Wise, you do a transfer direct to your supplier. All you need is their detail, the phone number, the Chinese name, then do an international transfer to them. All right. So all you need to do is to fund your TransferWise through international transfer method and pay the Chinese suppliers. I've used this method and it works perfectly fine. All right. So you can fund it. Of course, there are other ways you can actually fund your Wise account other than using the Nigerian bank card. All right. So this is another way you can actually pay your supplier. Then you use your international transfer option on the account and send the money to your Chinese suppliers. Then the fifth way you can be able to pay your Chinese supplier, which I've used and which works for me, is using your wire transfer. All right, that's your dollar account. You need to have a dollar account that you can, of course, buy dollar, deposit dollar into it, then do a transfer. Now, before you do that, please go to your bank and tell them you want to pay. They are going to tell you the processes of things you need to do to actually be able to achieve that. The reason is, initially it was easy for us to just go to the Aboki guy across the street, buy dollar, deposit into a dollar account, then transfer. But currently in Nigeria, the CBN governor placed a ban on prevented bans from doing international transfer, okay, from a deposit within the country. You can only do a transfer from inflow. For example, what I mean is, for you to be able to do a transfer, okay, with your dollar account, the dollar in your dollar account, that's your domiciliary account, must come through inflow. That means it must come from outside. Okay, it's not funds you went to the Aboki, bought dollar and deposited into your dollar account. But of course, this is there's always a way out of this. So go to your bank. They will tell you a few things you need to do to be able to still move money from your dollar account to your Chinese. Okay, so you can actually do that. So it's very easy to open dollar account. Just walk into any bank in Nigeria and tell them that you want to open a DOM account, a dollar dominated domiciliary account, and they will help you create that. And of course, you tell you what to do and the document probably you need to submit and fill that and all that. So, but that means that your supplier will have to give you the value in dollars. Okay, so you now know the exact amount you are transferring out. All right, so that's that on 5 ways you can actually use to pay your Chinese suppliers. So if you got value, if this video actually makes sense to you, please comment on this video and tell me that this makes sense. All right, and also subscribe, hit the bell icon, that's the notification icon, so that you can always get notification each time we drop a new video. And don't forget to share this video to your friends, because I know you have a lot of friends that needs this information. Okay, so I love you guys. See you guys in our next video.